Hi, welcome to the Glopo class. Today we are going to cover very interesting topic which is known as war crimes along with ICC. What is this war crimes? Where do you study it? So we study usually war crimes under Human Rights Unit or Peace and Conflict Unit. The concept of war crimes has been around for over 100 years. Early definitions come from treaties like Hague Conventions of 1899 and 1907 and the Geneva Conventions of 1949. I would be making my another video on Geneva Convention. You can have a look later on. Current definitions of war crimes comes from the 1998 Rome Statute. So that means that this war crime which is based or from where it is drawing its all laws and the rules, so that's drawing its laws from 1998 Rome Statute of the ICC. When was it established? 2002, right? And ICC is based on Rome Statute, which was established in 1998, which persecutes war criminals. This is explained in the Article 8 of the Rome Statute. So that means that what is war crime, that is explained in Article 8 of the Rome Statute, such as internationally targeting the civilians, Buildings means hospitals, schools, religious institutions, etc., which are useful. Natural environment, which is damaging. Chemical and biological weapons. Use of child soldiers, etc. Hence, around 36 actions which are considered as war crimes is mentioned in the Rome Statute. I hope this is clear what is war crime. So these are the some things which are considered as war crimes. Apart this one, we actually see these things because some of the text they mention that what constitutes a war crime. So these three things constitutes a war crime. So I'll just give you the brief view of this also. As you are aware, what we discussed, a few out of 36 points: crimes against peace, crimes against humanity, and traditional war crimes. What is crime against peace? Planning and waging war, right? What is crime against humanity? That is murder, enslavement, and violence against civilians, right? And what is traditional war crimes? That is mistreating prisoners of war and destroying property. If you remember, then we discussed all these things where these pointers are written under the Article 8 of the Rome Statute, which is considering as the war crimes, right? Article 8 and Rome Statute. This is where we discussed. Now we move further and we see how is war crime persecuted. So number one thing is that straight it is not taken at the international level. So first it is tried to be persecuted at the national level. If the issue is not resolved, then it would be taken to the international level. Where at the international level? ICC, right? So ICC is the body which would be convicting those persecutors. However, often the perpetrators will excuse their actions by claiming that they are not targeting the civilians or hiding soldiers or munitions. So now recall any incident, okay, around you, or you have read any article, you have watched any video where you remember that majority of the time we happen to say alleged, okay, alleged Syrian did it, okay, alleged Russia did it, alleged Ukraine did it, or something like that, where there is a lack of evidences. So this is where the perpetrators are not convicted because of the lack of the evidences. Overall, finding evidence becomes hard. Now, what are the challenges of ICC? Why these war crimes are not those perpetrators who are doing all these war crimes are not persecuted? Because its jurisdiction is limited, right? As it can be tried only on those who have ratified it. So remember that there are the two things. One is signatory and second one is ratification. Signatory, that is signatory, right? Signatory or ratification. So these are the two things. So a country signed the document wherever the country went for such kind of meetings or such kind of sessions. But when it came back, it needs to be ratified by the legislature body of that country, so it could not ratify. So you would see that signatories are more than ratification. So signatory is the first step and ratification is the second step. Now you see these countries over here, right? You would say that state party are very limited in the number. State party, it's very limited in the number, all in the green color. Now you would be astonished to see USA, China, India, Israel, Russia, they all are not part of this ICC. So ICC is run without these powerful countries, right? Now you can think of the effectiveness of ICC if it is run without these countries who are considered as the perpetrators of human right violation or of the war crimes. Now we'll go a bit deeper into ICC. As I have already said that it was founded in 2002. It is based on Rome Statute, which was propagated in 1998. Now it is accused of undermining national sovereignty. So whenever ICC is taking any action against any state, this is considered that it is undermining national sovereignty, right? How? Think over it, because this is very simple. The concept of sovereignty we have already covered under PSIR unit. You can check out the video there. So this ICC is undermining the concept of sovereignty. Another thing is on its legitimacy. So how legitimate is ICC? Because out of 28 cases so far till now, 26 cases have been brought to it out of Africa continent, right? Then ICC efficiency is questioned. How efficiency? It is needed for faster proceedings. For example, the first trial was in 2012. Who was that? This is a general knowledge question. Figure it out, that what was the first trial of ICC after spending 1 billion euros. So it is questionable. So it is questioning the efficiency of ICC as well. Hard to try the authors of mass crimes. ICC depends on cooperation of states. In case if a state does not cooperate, then it is very cumbersome to persecute that person. For example, Omar al-Bashir of Sudan, that took a lot of time because the country was not handing him over. It doesn't have its own police force or enforcement body. So these are some of the challenges of ICC which it is facing. Now further to this one, you think that what is the difference between ICC and ICJ? ICC, International Criminal Court, which is not under United Nations, whereas International Court of Justice, which is a part of United Nations, right? Both they are in Netherlands. Now what is the difference? That we will discuss in the upcoming classes. Now under this war crimes, the case studies, what case studies can you refer? You can think of Israel's Gaza killing, you can think of Syrian war crimes, you can think of DR Congo's Kasai crisis, you can think of Abu Ghraib or Guantanamo Bay, you can think of USA aiding war crimes in Yemen, or it did it in Afghanistan, and that was the issue where where Donald Trump in 2013 happened to question the authority and legitimacy of ICC on the basis of Israel, where it figured out that this is a discriminatory body, and where ICC questioned USA role in Iraq and Afghanistan, and this is where Donald Trump happened to question the legitimacy of ICC. So these are some of the case studies what you can refer under war crimes, right? So I hope this video was informative for you. Just have a look on some of the facts of the persecuted person, and see you in the next class. Stay safe, stay happy.